Good evening, I'm Nancy Francis. Coming up next on News 8 at 5 o'clock, the Blazers lose big to the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll have a live report from L.A. Business is booming in Tillamook this holiday weekend, finally. And News 8 hits the Blazer beat, watching fans listen while they work. Those stories, plus all the rest of the day's news, next on News 8.
Buy Oregon First and Landmark of Quality are working together. Please join them in supporting these local businesses.
It's an American made. You're up and out and ready to do all the things that I've been waiting for you. Yeah, it's American made. You're up and out and ready to play. And it's a value that you're gonna see. America's driving a GMC. Trucks. Driving a GMC.
See your Portland Metro GMC truck dealer today.
Some of my patients have a different occupation than most of us, with far more ups and downs. For my superstar, I prescribed a good night's sleep on a Simmons Beauty Rest.
When you glide and twist and turn at work, you don't want to toss and turn at night. That's why I chose a Simmons Beauty Rest. And when I thought of Simmons, I thought of Smith, because nobody cares like Smith.
From KGW TV, Channel 8 Portland, this is News 8 at 5.
Good evening. The Los Angeles Lakers soundly defeated the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals today. News 8 sports anchor Joe Becker is here now with a wrap-up of this afternoon's game.
A disappointing wrap-up, I might add. Nancy, the Blazers now have to beat the Lakers 3 straight if they're going to win the Western Conference title. The Blazers were embarrassed today in Los Angeles. The final score, 116-95. Movie star Jack Nicholson had a sign used by Blazer fans, and he says that sign's not correct. And he was right today, but the Blazers had a good game from Jerome Kersey. He had the hot hand. Portland had the lead by 5 early on, but then the Lakers turned it on with Magic Johnson. He hits the three-pointer. He had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. And A.C. Green, a big game for the Lakers. He's fouled as he throws up the shot. It went in. The Lakers led by 20 at halftime, 62-42. The Blazers staged a brief rally in the third quarter. Kersey hammers it home. He had 25. They cut the lead to 13, but that was it. It was all Los Angeles after that. L.A. wins it by 21, 116-95. That gives them a 3-games-to-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. And, of course, we'll have a live report from Eric Johnson later on with interviews and more highlights.
Okay, thanks, Joe. In other news tonight, a man police say was associated with anti-racist skinheads has been fatally shot. 22-year-old Eric Dennis Lamont was shot once in the back early yesterday morning at a Northwest Portland intersection, Northwest 17th and Everett. Lamont managed to reach a nearby apartment building where he got help. He died at Emmanuel Hospital about 9 yesterday morning. Lamont was also known as Richard Miles Chapman. Police have no suspects. Portland's main route to Tillamook and the coast is not completely clear, but now it's clear enough to get you there with a slight delay. One lane of Highway 6, 30 miles east of Tillamook, has reopened. A massive landslide closed it back in early April, but the State Department of Transportation managed to clear away enough mud to open one lane of Highway 6 on Thursday. 20-minute delays were anticipated in the slide area, but most travelers today encountered 3 to 5 minute slowdowns. It could be another 3 months before both lanes of Highway 6 are open again. The cleanup cost is expected to run well over $3 million. Millions of tourist dollars may flow into Tillamook now that Highway 6 is open again. Now, that's good news to lots of Tillamook merchants who watch their badly needed tourist dollars disappear when the highway shut down. News 8's Pamela Jordan has that story.
Memorial Day weekends are always busy at the Tillamook Cheese Retail Center.
Take a little taste of this.
But the big crowd here today probably would have been smaller if Highway 6, the main route between Portland and Tillamook, hadn't reopened.
This weekend, it is amazing. It's like they've saved it all up and come out in full force from the last month and a half where our business was cut literally 50%.
Tillamook Cheese survives on Portland tourist dollars between spring break and Memorial Day weekend. Those dollars dried up when the Highway 6 landslide hit in early April. Tillamook Cheese managers hope today's spendy crowd is a sign of things to come this summer.
Good morning, Shiloh and Tillamook.
phones at Tillamook Shiloh Inn are ringing again with customers wanting to book rooms. When the landslide blocked the highway, the phones in Tills here went silent. Nearly half the rooms went empty, and employee hours were cut. It looks as if the reopening of the highway has changed all that.
This weekend, it's excellent. We were down like 30 to 40%, and it's just really great.
The steady stream of cars into Tillamook is a sight people here haven't seen in weeks.
Since they opened that highway, Wilson River, you can't believe the difference in the traffic.
That traffic is slowed down some on its way here because only one lane of 6 is open through the slide area. But the slide that's created slow going is itself a tourist attraction for some.
We even took videotapes of it, so it was neat.
Pam Donaldson with La Casa Medio thinks the only neat thing about the landslide is that it's cleared away and that her Portland customers are back.
We had to put on extra help to get through the weekend. It was wonderful.
That boost in business is welcome news to Tillamook merchants who were hurt not only by the landslide, but by a flood and a slow wartime economy. They're hoping that the reopening of Highway 6 signals the end of their bad luck and the beginning of a record tourist season. In Tillamook, Pamela Jordan, News 8.
You may pay a little more for apples come this fall. Apple experts say Washington's 1991 apple crop is showing increasing signs of severe winter damage. Coupled with a light bloom, early forecasts are predicting this year's crop will total only about 65% of last year's harvest. Apple experts say last December's freeze will damage upcoming crops for the next 3 years. If you're planning to stick around town this Memorial Day, do remember that many places will close to observe the holiday. Among them, federal, state, county, and city offices and courts will be closed, as will the post office. There's no mail delivery. All branches of the Multnomah County Library will shut down, along with banks, liquor stores, schools, and school district offices. Other notes to remember, TriMet will operate on a holiday schedule tomorrow, or if you're driving, you won't have to pay to park at meters, and garbage collection will take place as scheduled. And of course, the weather has the potential to make or break any holiday weekend, and maybe you can give us some insight on that.
Well, it's not going to shut down, but I don't think the sun's going to completely shut down tomorrow like it did today. We should see a little bit of sun by tomorrow afternoon. Today, persistent low cloudiness kept it dull over the Portland area today. We had a little rain this morning. Satellite picture shows that was coming mostly from low clouds. The higher clouds are quite some distance from us. Gradually, we are on a drying trend, and we should see a little partial clearing tomorrow afternoon, a little higher temperatures. But anyway, I'll talk about that in more detail somewhat later.
Maybe good news for picnickers, huh?
I think it'll be pretty good.
Okay, thanks, Jack. When News 8 continues, we'll take you to the Mayor's Ball, and then we'll hit the Blazer Trail with a story about the folks who work while the Blazers do.
Talk about job security on the next Good Evening. Meet Laker voice Chick Hearn and hear what it takes to voice 2,400 straight games. Monday at 7:30 on Channel 8.
Some things are just naturally soft, like Northern bathroom tissue. It has a special kind of softness that can only come from 2 sheets quilted together. Just one touch and you'll feel the difference. Northern bathroom tissue, made right here in Oregon. Why settle for an ordinary paper towel when you can have Brawny, the bigger, tougher towel? Nothing handles those really big spills and giant messes like Brawny. It's the biggest paper towel you can buy. There's only one name to remember in paper towels. Brawny, the big, tough paper towel that's made in Oregon.
If you've been waiting for the best prices on VCRs, camcorders, computers, stereo components, and more, don't miss the Fred Meyer Home Electronics Sale, just in time for Father's Day and graduation. Right now, a Sony AM/FM cassette Walkman is just $29.97. A Magnavox VHS camcorder is $699.97. And a leading technology 286 computer is only $799.97. The Home Electronics Sale at Fred Meyer. Unbeatable savings on gifts for dads and grands.
I kept noticing Perfect Look salons, but they didn't take appointments. Then I heard about Perfect Look's reasonable prices, but no appointments? Well, I kept running into people with a great hairstyle from Perfect Look without an appointment. So I decided to try Perfect Look. What a nice surprise. I finally got the message. You don't need an appointment at a salon to get a terrific cut, style, perm, or color. Not if it's Perfect Look.
Another Mayor's Ball has come and gone, and it's not certain there will be another one. Crowds of Portlanders got a piece of the action last night at the Memorial Coliseum. site of the 7th annual Mayor's Ball. It's a tradition that began as an inaugural party for Bud Clark back in 1985.
A celebration of the diversities of people that we have in the city of Portland.
Last night's celebration featured 77 acts, everything from rock to blues to folk to jazz, and there were some pretty jazzy dressers as well.
Black tie and studs.
Just kind of like to, show my stuff, I guess, just go out and rage, I guess. So it's fun, nice place to meet people, lots of people, so why not show it all?
Because Mayor Clark has announced he will not run for re-election, it is not clear what will happen to this tradition, which is a fundraiser for several social service agencies. If you are a true red, white, and black Blazer maniac, nothing stops you from watching hoops, not even work. Rosie Fiallo caught up with some hotel workers today and reports on the Blazer beat.
Good afternoon, basketball fans, wherever you may be. Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, the Lakers and the Trailblazers.
As the action heats up on the court, die-hard Blazer fans working in the kitchen keep one eye on the stove and 2 ears on the game.
So how hard is it for you to work while the Blazers are on?
Well, it's pretty tough. You got to tune in your channel, get the volume right, and try to keep up with everything. It's a tough job to do.
Dotted line, he finally worked his way into that spot.
One person takes a break, listens to the game, the other person does the job. He'll come back, I'll take over, and he'll let me know what's going on. So, other than that, it's a pretty easy deal.
19, Blazers down by 3.
Ain't gonna work.
19,
better start picking it up, huh?
And Buck Williams was wide open.
Sharon, what's the score? Well, we're down by 14 last I heard.
The Lakers at the line.
You keep the other employees up on the score?
We try.
Blazers are down by 14.
Is it hard to listen to them losing while you're working?
Oh, I'm not that big a fan. Just because they're in Portland, but if they win, they win. It's the best ones win. That's my sport.
Yeah!
It's a hard game to be watching right now.
No, I hate it when they're losing. It drives me crazy,
Even hotel guests cheered the Blazers on, but it wasn't enough to bring the team back from a final 21-point Laker lead. Rosie Fiallo, News 8.
Tomorrow, Memorial Day, Americans will honor U.S. military who have died in service to their country. Here's a list of some local observances. In Washington Park, there will be a ceremony at the Oregon Vietnam Veterans Memorial from noon to 2:30. At 2:30 at the South Forecourt Memorial Wall of Memorial Coliseum, there will be an observance honoring 52 U.S. Coast Guardsmen and Merchant Marines killed in World War II. There will be a service commemorating the Civil War at the Lone Fir Pioneer Cemetery at 21st and Southeast Morrison. That begins at 2 o'clock. In Washington County, there will be a Memorial Day program at 11 a.m. at Valley Memorial Park. In Oregon City, 13 veterans organizations will take part in services at Mountain View Cemetery. That's at 10:15. And in Vancouver at 10 tomorrow, there will be a ceremony to decorate the graves in the Post Cemetery in Vancouver Barracks. That's on Forest Plain Boulevard across from the VA Medical Center there. When News 8 returns, Jack Appel tells us what the skies will hold for Memorial Day 1991. Stay with us.
I don't think you can tell the difference.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boys, oh, boys, oh, boys. Oh, boys, oh, boys, oh, boys, oh, boys.
I'll have what she's having.
Boyd's Coffee. You can tell the difference.
Iams Pet Food with a Take Time to Care message.
Our pets can't talk to us to tell us they need our help. Signs of illness may not be obvious, so watch for changes in behavior, appetite, activity, or other habits. Contact your veterinarian for help.
It's also important for your pet's health to get proper nutrition, and Iams Pet Food is recommended by and available from your veterinarian and specialty pet stores. Call 228-PETS, Portland Veterinarian Medical Association for a referral.
Good taste need not be expensive. Vancouver Furniture simply sells it for less. Right now, we're having a no sales tax good old American sale. save on the good stuff. Lazy Boy, Posturepedic, Douglas, Riverside, Lane, Bassett, Simmons, Stratford, Universal, Fisher, Frigidaire, Mitsubishi. No money down, at least 2 years to pay. Free hot dogs and soda Saturday through Monday. Free flags for fun. No sales tax. A lot of Portland stores sell great furniture. We simply sell it for less.
It's just a bird. What's the big deal?
They're living on borrowed time.
Who cares if it dies? What's one less fish?
And even that time is running out.
It's ugly. It just looks like a weed to me.
Will the Endangered Species Act determine what's right or what's left?
It's the economy, it's our health, it's our survival.
Watch The Politics of Survival, beginning Monday on News 8 at 6.
It may well be a very bloody battle.
As we mentioned earlier, there are several holiday observances at local cemeteries tomorrow, and they will be a lot more pleasant if it's not raining.
I don't think it'll be raining. I think that's one thing we don't have to worry too much about. Maybe a sprinkle or two in the morning, but I don't think that will amount to very much either. Main thing is we won't get up to what is normal for this time of the year as far as temperature is concerned, because we'll still have enough cloudiness, but we will see a little sun break tomorrow afternoon, a little brighter than it was today, and will be warmer than today, because we've been running far below normal. It's only 56 degrees right now, and here's the high today, standing only 59 degrees, and that's 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year. So we'll come closer to normal tomorrow. This morning's low was right on normal. And here's the satellite picture. The rainfall, 2,200. That fell mostly last night and early this morning. Just a few sprinkles during the day this afternoon. And that puts us above normal, keeps us above normal for the year and a little above normal for the month. But here's the satellite picture, which shows mostly the grayer clouds, which are low clouds that are coming in over western Oregon. The higher clouds are well out to the west of us, and that one area of high clouds has passed on somewhat to the east. Now, that was what was causing the showers during the last couple of days. And that is getting further away from us, and you see on the surface map here that the low pressure area and the fronts associated with it have moved way over into the Dakotas, extending down into southern Nevada. So they are on toward the east. Right now we're getting a lot of air coming in from directly off the ocean, and that's keeping the marine air in, as a result the low clouds. And here are the temperatures over the west, which show 101 at Phoenix, Arizona at late afternoon, and up in Alaska 66 at Fairbanks, not necessarily the high for the day. We weren't that warm over most of the northwest. But over the adjacent states, on the east coast again, another hot day, 93 there on the map, showing at Washington, D.C., not necessarily the high for the day, but the high up to about 5 p.m. And they did have some record highs, or at least totaling record, or equaling record highs in parts of the east there, with Richmond, Virginia up to 94, tying the record for the date. Baltimore, Maryland, 93, tying the record for the date. And some heavy thunderstorms over Kansas, golf ball-size hail at places like near Topeka, Claflin, Kansas, also Lyons. And the upper air chart shows the dip in the jet stream now to the east of us. Cold, moist, unstable air associated with that dip, but that has moved far enough to the east that the air aloft is warming up a little bit and drying. But we do have that low marine layer, and the highs around the Portland metropolitan area held in the 50s mainly, except up to 62 at Estacada. They did get some breaks in the sunshine or in the clouds this afternoon to give a little bit of sunshine at times. Over Oregon and Washington up to 5 p.m., 70 at Yakima and 71 at Medford for the highest readings. Only 57 here in Portland. The lows this morning, just about on normal for this time of the year. 48 at Portland, 45 at Salem, east of the Cascades, some below the freezing point. And the coastal conditions show a small craft advisory in effect for the extreme southern Oregon coast for a pickup in the afternoon northwest wind. And the forecast for tonight is for cloudiness in northwestern Oregon, particularly over the Cascades, partially clearing east of the mountains. Lows about normal for this time of the year, 28 the low at Bend. And the forecast for tomorrow is for cloudiness in the morning, but we're going to be optimistic and look for a little sunshine in the afternoon. And especially over southern Oregon and eastern Oregon, they will have sunny skies. High about 66 in Portland tomorrow, east of the Cascades, again, up to 70 in some spots. Forecast Portland, Vancouver area, chance of a sprinkle yet tonight. And for tomorrow, look for morning clouds, then partial clearing in the afternoon. High a little below normal for this time of the year, but warmer than today, 66.
Since we're optimistic about the weather, let's be optimistic about the Blazers Tuesday.
You know, the Blazers are going to need a lot of work because their season is on the verge of being over. The Lakers pounded the Blazers again today to take a 3-1 lead. We'll have a live report and interviews coming up next.
American Airlines proudly announces service to London's Heathrow Airport. And with our expanded service from across the U.S., American will become the #1 American airline to London. So come with us to Great Britain's first city on America's #1 airline.
The Tom Peterson Challenge. Memorial Weekend Sale. Beat this price. Your choice, $197. 10 great super buys. Zenith, 19-inch color, $197. Sanyo on-screen VCR, $197. Car stereo, Sony auto reverse with Dolby, $197. MEI pullout, $197. Pioneer CD player, $197. Plus free installation on every car deck and CD player in stock. Fedder's room air conditioner, $197. Home audio, Techniques AV 60-watt receiver, $197. Onkyo auto reverse cassette, $197. Techniques 5-disc carousel changer, $197. All-Tech Lansing 3-way speakers, $197. Or buy all 5 pieces, a complete system, for only $25 a month. Now that Tom Peterson Superstore, East Side, West Side, North End.
Well, the Blazers have had a great season, but now they have to beat the Lakers 3 straight games or that season will come to an end. The Blazers were blown out today in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals. Eric Johnson was there and standing by now live at the Forum with a report. Eric, doesn't look too good, did it?
It did not look good at all. Blazer fans thought Game 3 was a nightmare, but Game 4 made that one almost downright enjoyable by comparison. It was very ugly, and from a Blazer fan's point of view, this one was almost unbearable to watch. The Blazers needed desperately to find a hot hand in this game, someone who was making their shots, and early on it was Jerome Kersey. He hit 3 in a row as the Blazers jumped out to an 11-7 lead. But the Lakers didn't put up with that for long. They got hot in a big hurry and went on a 14-2 run. Magic misses, but James Worthy rebounds and scores. Then it's the Laker break. Magic to Worthy, to Byron Scott, and just like that, the Lakers were up 32-23. It was like Game 3 all over again. A.C. Green takes the pass from Larry Drew, throws up a prayer, and it goes. A.C. was just tenacious in the first half and gave the Lakers a big boost. As the Lakers gained more and more momentum, Clyde Drexler tried to get the Blazers back in it. He gets the beautiful running hook here, but there was no stopping Los Angeles on this day. They shot 54% in the half. Byron Scott gets blocked here, but A.C. Green is there once again. The lead was up to 20 for L.A., 57-37, right before half now. And this is the way it went for the Blazers. The clock ticking down. Magic Johnson with the hook shot. That goes 62-42, L.A. with the big lead at the half. The third quarter saw the Blazers come out with a new attitude. Terry Porter drove for a bucket. Then Terry stole the ball from Byron Scott and started the break. Clyde to Jerome Kersey for the jam. The lead was cut to 13. Then it's Cliff Robinson with a block. Clyde gets it to Jerome one more time. Another jam. But every time the Blazers looked like they might get on a roll, the Lakers would answer back. Look at AC here. Grabs the rebound and scores. He and the Laker fans were going nuts. The lead was back up to 19. Then look at Magic pull a rabbit out of his hat one more time. A pretty shot. 84-66 Lakers, and the Blazers could not stop the bleeding. Another Laker break. The lead was up to 23. The fourth quarter, well, it was like men against boys. The Lakers were toying with the Blazers. The lead got up to 30. This one was all over. Final 116-95. The Blazers' frustration was apparent, especially with Kevin Duckworth. His team is in dire straits right now, trailing 3-1. I think right now the Blazers are definitely in a state of shock. Nowhere in their wildest dreams did they think they would come to California, into the Forum, and get blown out, completely dominated in 2 straight games. That just doesn't happen to this team, and they know they are in some serious trouble.
State of shock right now? I think the Lakers have played 2 superior games here, and as a result, they've won them both. And we're down 3-1. And you just got to face the situation. We have our backs to the wall. Tuesday's a must game, and it's going to be a big game for us.
Yeah, they're doing whatever they want to do. They have been the last 2 games. They go down, post up, whoever they want to post up, play one-on-one in the low post, get open jump shots, get low post play. They get just about anything they want offensively.
Before the game, we ran into a familiar face. His name is Mike Tyson, former heavyweight champion of the world. He is a big basketball fan and a big Laker fan. We asked him if maybe we could get him rooting for the Blazers a little bit.
I'm a Laker fan. The Blazers never won a championship. They never gave me any
Souvenirs like sneakers or shorts or the shirts and all. Maybe next time if they ever win and they give me some, maybe I'll be on their team next time. I'm for the win. I'm for the guy that gives me something. You know what I mean? I'm on a women's syndrome now. This is the women's complex. So if he ain't doing anything for me, I'm not with him.
Getting Mike Tyson as a fan for the Blazers is the least of their worries right now. They need to get their offense going and get things going the way they have been in the regular season. Right now, it doesn't look good. Joe?
Well, Eric, do the Blazers have any idea what the problem is?
You know, Buck Williams might have put it best. He said, we got to change. He said, up until this point, we've been resisting changing our game plan. He says, but obviously it's not working. Something has to be done. I don't know exactly what is going to be done, but I think they're going to make some changes for Game 5.
Now, looking at the videotape of the postgame, it appears that the mood is really not good. I mean, they're really shocked, aren't they?
Well, you know, going into this game, Danny Ainge had said the winner of this game was going to win the series. We asked him, can they come back and win 3 straight? He said, well, we can, but he didn't say they would. I mean, that's a tall order, especially against an experienced team like the Lakers. They've got a tall order in front of them, no doubt about it.
Eric, good job. Thank you very much.
Talk to you.
Meanwhile, Rick Mears has become the 3rd driver in history to win the Indianapolis 500 4 times. Early in the race, there was a crash involving Kevin Cogan and Roberto Guerrero. During the spill, debris came from one of the cars and hit the front end of A.J. Foyt's car. He is knocked out of the race. Foyt has said this will be his last 500. He's a 4-time winner of the event. And now so is Rick Mears, because Mears took the checkered flag. Rick started in the pole and outdueled Michael Andretti over the final 25 miles. He wins the race. That's his wife celebrating there. Michael Andretti finished 2nd. Quickly, let's run down the scores in today's big league games. New York beat Baltimore in 11. Detroit pounded Boston. Kansas City over Minnesota. Toronto fell to California. Oakland beat Chicago. In the National League, it was Pittsburgh a winner over Philadelphia. St. Louis bombed New York. San Francisco by 4 over Atlanta. Cincinnati shut out the Dodgers. Montreal fell to Chicago. And Houston by 10 over San Diego. Game number 5 on Tuesday. And teams have come back from a 3-1 deficit in the Eastern Conference Finals 10 years ago. This year, Boston did it against Philadelphia. Let's hope that the Blazers can do it.
Yeah, let's hope for a game number 6.
That's right.
Thanks, Joe. Well, you won't see any Edsels at the Indy 500, but the Car Classic competed today here in the Northwest. That story next on News 8.
This is a mobile home?
Honey, manufactured home.
Great house.
Happy housewarming. Glad I have room for all these people.
This bedroom is huge.
Hey, big bathroom.
Uh-oh, move over.
Yow, I'm hungry. Plenty to eat in all these cupboards. We'll be back.
I just love it.
For more information on today's manufactured homes, call 1-800-35-OWNER.
I can't believe it's a manufactured home.
Meineke asks, who wants to pay a lot for a muffler? Nobody. Exactly. That's why Meineke is having a big muffler sale. Now through June 30th, Meineke will install a quality muffler from as low as $16.88. Can you think of anybody who has a better deal than that? Nobody. So who would go anywhere but Meineke? Nobody. So come to Meineke's muffler sale before June 30th from as low as $16.88 installed. You're really not going to pay a lot for this muffler. Nobody delivers better than Meineke.
Looking for a parade. It's coming that way.
This year's Starlight Parade will have your world twinkling with happiness. Saturday night at 9, sit down with Channel 8's Craig Walker and Teresa Richardson for live coverage of the Starlight Parade. There's no brighter way to kick off the Rose Festival.
Sunday and Monday only. Smith's Ultimate Holiday Sale. The Northwest Ultimate Furniture, Appliance, and Electronics Savings Event.
Last year's Memorial Day sale was Smith's biggest event, and we're determined to make this year's sale even bigger.
With more merchandise on sale.
Much lower prices.
And 1-year deferred financing.
Have what you want in your home now.
Pay less for it.
And pay nothing for an entire year.
During the Ultimate Holiday Sale.
Sunday and Monday only.
And only at Smith.
It was a car that never really caught on, but this weekend, proud owners of the Edsel showed off their classic cars. It's all part of the Northwest Regional Meeting of the Edsel Owners Club. Nearly 40 cars competed for top honors. The Edsel is well known for its pastel colors and unique style.
I don't know, it was either one of those things where you love
them or hated them, I think, when they first came out. And they look great now. Certainly bring a lot of attention in a time when cars today don't have a lot of personality.
The Edsel is also known for its horse collar grille and push-button transmission. Ford made 104,000 Edsels between 1957 and 1960, but a bad economy and the car's completely different look led to the car's limited run. Some of the Edsels at this weekend's display are worth up to $20,000. Not bad. And that's the news for now. We'll see you at 11.
Buy Oregon First and Landmark of Quality are working together. Please join them in supporting these local businesses.
It's an American made. You're up and out and ready to do all the things that I've been waiting for you. Yeah, it's American made. You're up and out and ready to play. And it's a value that you're gonna see. America's driving a GMC. Trucks. Driving a GMC.
See your Portland Metro GMC truck dealer today.
Rose enthusiasts won't want to miss the fragrance and beauty of the Royal Rosarian Rose Garden Contest. This citywide event takes place June 2nd and 3rd. Call 222-9921 for details. Portland International Raceway hosts this year's Rose Festival Motocross. Sunday, June 2nd, watch the motocross racers in a fun-filled day of excitement and competition. For information, call 543-6028. The Rose Festival Community Calendar is a public service of Channel 8.
A twinkling starlight parade Saturday night at 9.